So I've gotten to the point where I don't think anybody should sell IPTV because these companies are going so hard to prosecute the source. So they're not, we know they're doing a multi-headed approach here where they go after service providers, they go after VPNs, ISPs, the actual people selling it, trying to go after the end users. But for some of my subscribers, and I know some of you probably do, I'm not, don't rat yourself out in the comments, it just seems like a risk that's not worth it. So I wanted to go over two different cases today of people getting in a lot of trouble for this stuff and probably a lot of trouble in the future, and just why I just personally don't think it's worth it. And don't hate on me in the comments, by the way. Now, if you guys think my studio looks a little unorganized, there's a reason for it. Let me show you guys this. It's actually really cool. I have a buddy of mine that draws murals. So we're doing a giant mural in my studio. Now, it's obviously not finished. This is just the outline before he does the details, but we're doing like anime and like a tech setup. So let me know what you guys think. And I'm going to do something interesting. The top liked comment down below in this video, whatever it is, within reason, as long as it's appropriate, is going to get added to the mural. So let me know what I should add to the mural down below. And then, yeah, don't forget to like the comment that you think is the best. Let's get into it. So this first one involves all our favorite streaming services: Amazon, Netflix, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, all our favorite services. And they basically got a $9 million default judgment from this guy named Brian, I think his name, Brandon. I said Brian, Brandon. I feel like that those are very similar names. Brandon Weebly. A $9 million judgment because this guy got a cease and desist letter and continued to do his thing, and also didn't show up in court despite being served. Now, obviously, they were also granted an injunction to seize his website. So he actually had two different websites. Well, he had a bunch of different ones. But from what I heard, he can't operate any 6 of these now. The first one was this one, which when we go to, actually still exists. In fact, they have this pop-up that says, "Don't email us," which tells me that they probably stopped providing their service, and they were just saying, "Hey, F off," kind of thing. Or this could be an auto pop-up because there was too many submitted. And they probably did that because of this judgment, would be my guess. And there's a lot of pissed off customers that go, "Yo, what's going on?" Kind of thing. And there was another one, which was Beast Mode. Where is it? Beast Mode Live was also shut down. So he had quite a few different things going on. But with a $9 million judgment, that is massive and not something we always see. So my guess is this was either a major operation, or they just wanted to make sure they came for every possible penny to send a sign. Because when you see 9 million, that is not a good thing. But my point of showing you this is that, and I know some of you are going to say, this guy's an undercover agent. I'm not. I just look out for people. And my point of saying this is, like, this is a very not steady business to be in. And especially depending on what country you're in, the odds of getting in trouble for it change drastically. Like in the UK, you do not want to do this at all. And this probably goes to the craziest one, which is just a random guy, just an electronics store owner in New York. If you've ever been to New York, you've seen like 50 of these stores when you walk down the street selling random electronics that you don't need. And probably all 50 of them sell some sort of IPTV or streaming box or unlocked Fire Stick. I see them all the time. And we've heard of cases like this. But this guy is also in a lot of trouble. So he was running a service, selling devices, and essentially blamed it all on his provider or from the supplier, which, by the way, is not a good excuse. We're all adults here. We even if it was your supplier, you have to know what you're going to sell. So I don't take that as like this guy probably knew what he was. But what's crazy to me is these people, who is the CEO of, so this is what the accusation was backed up with hard evidence, as Dish used a private investigator to buy a pirate IPTV box from the store. The owner of the small store purchased these boxes in bulk from co-defendant Mumsar Dodd, we'll say, who is the CEO of California-based Raise IPTV LLC. And this also kind of breaks my brain a little bit. Okay, if you already know this is a sketchy area, right? It's potentially gray area, which you have to be not very smart to not know that, even if you just do a simple Google search. Why would you name your LLC Raise IPTV? First of all, it sounds like some old white Southern guy barbecuing on a weekend is selling IPTV. And I don't think that's who Mumsar, I don't know how to pronounce your name, is, just judging by the name. Maybe I shouldn't judge that. But it's just like, guys, can we be a little bit like, you're not going to be a little bit more discreet? Like, that's what we're going with here? I don't know. It's kind of crazy. And so the star owner said he only made $5,000 in gross proceeds from the box. This relatively modded proceeds pale in comparison to the 25 million in statutory damages at the stake of the case. And I do sort of have an issue with this is, this guy was maybe making a mistake and he probably shouldn't have done it. And he probably knows that. But can we not shut down this whole guy's life and store just over a couple pirate IPTV boxes? Do we have to do that, Dish? Do we have to? Maybe let's say, hey, if you get caught again, but who knows? At the end of the day, people always go back to what they know. And if it's how you make money, it's kind of on top of it. But my whole point of telling you guys this is, again, it is an industry that is heavily prosecuted. And I do think it's going to get worse because there's so many factors towards copyright now. And that includes AI that breaks every copyright law, like the majority of the times, just to make content. And honestly, these guys are getting caught while my ops, the company that I hate the most, that I think 100% should be caught, actually the only IPTV company I've ever said I hope gets arrested, Qstreaming. And if you guys don't know, I've talked about them before in the past, pretty much called them scammers because the methods that they use. They are the most brazen company you will ever meet that sells IPTV services. In fact, if you just go to their kind of broadcast area here, let me find it. And you go to their tip section, like they're literally at the Indy 500 with a tent. You know what I mean? Right outside, pushing it with this guy David Waddell, who, by the way, I've talked about in the past, has been arrested or charged with something similar to fraud. I'd have to look it up again. But yeah, he's not a good guy. And he's used charities with his business to try to grow it, despite him knowing that he is, in fact, selling an illegal IPTV service. They have been in my comments enough when I've talked about them, and absolutely disgusting group. Just not great. They use religion to try to push their service. And I've had insiders come to me before and talk about how dangerous some of them are. Not this guy. This guy's not affiliated. I was just moving my mouse around. But somehow these guys are still, in fact, they even sell gear, which is the craziest part. Guys, can we be realistic here? Who is buying a Q men's premium polo? I mean, if this is for an employee, let's say you put this featured product up for an employee, because that's the only reason you would have this Q thing here. If you put this polo up for an employee, bro, can you pay for your employee's polo, please? Why is he having to come pay for it? And if you're putting this up for people to buy, can we use our heads here and who is buying a Qstream polo? Please send me the numbers. If you sold more than 10, I will donate $100 to a charity of your choice. Please send me the numbers. But they have to be from customers, not from employees. Anyways, guys, that's just what I wanted to rant about today. Let me know down below what you guys think. I just think the industry, the area in general is just getting sketchy in my opinion. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye.